Chapter 4, the Plateau and the Desert Region. We shall be seeing what is a plateau region. A plateau is a region of flat land which is higher than the land around it. So what is a plateau region? Plateau region is a flat land which is higher than the land around it. And it is also called as tableland. So another name for plateau region is also called as what? Tableland. Plateau is an extensive area of a flat upland, usually bounded by a steep slope on all sides. So what is the meaning of this extensive? It is a wide area. So plateau is a wide area of a flat upland, usually bounded by a steep slope on all sides. So there will be a steep slope bounded by all sides on the flat land of plateau, but sometimes enclosed by mountains. The essential criteria for plateaus are low relatively relief and some altitude. The plateau region of India extends from the south of northern plains to the south tip of India. So this plateau region will extend from south. So plateau region of India will extend from south of northern plains to the south tip of India. So which is the southern tip of India? That is peninsula. Next we shall be saying, see, this is a plateau. Plateau is a high flat land. So what is plateau? Plateau is a high flat land, and we have seen sometimes this plateau will be surrounded by mountains. Next, there are several hill ranges in Plateau region. First one is Haravali Range in the northwest, the Rajmahal Hill in the northeast direction, the Eastern Ghats in east direction, and Western Ghats in west direction. So in this plateau region there are many hills. In that, the first one is Haravali Range in northwest direction. This Rajmahal Hill is located in northeast direction, the Eastern Ghats in east and the Western Ghats in west. Next, this river Narmada divides the plateau region into two parts. So river Narmada will divide the plateau region into two parts. One is Central Highland in north and Deccan Plateau in south. So which are the two? This two plateau region is divided. The Central Highland in north and the Deccan Plateau in south. Next we shall be seeing, see, this map will give you a clear picture. Just now we have discussed this Narmada river divides the plateau region into two. One is Deccan Plateau and the Central Highlands. Here the Central Highlands is this Western Ghats as well as this Eastern Ghats. Next we shall be seeing what is this Central Highland. So, Central Highland includes the Malwa Plateau in central India and Chota Nagpur Plateau in the east. So, the Central Highland includes Malwa Plateau in the central India and the Chota Nagpur in east direction. The river Chambala, Betwa and Son originated in Central Highland. So, these are the rivers which is originated in Central Highland. They flow northwards and join Ganga and Yamuna. So these rivers will flow northward direction and they will join Ganga and Yamuna. The Narmada and Tapi river began in the Vindhyas hill. So this Narmada and Tapi river will begin in Vindhyas hills and flow westwards. Next, Malwa Plateau has fine black soil. So which type of soil this Malwa Plateau is having? It is having fine of black soil, which is ideal for growing cotton and oil seeds. This Chota Nagpur Plateau has a rich deposit of coal, iron ore, mica and other minerals. So which is this the Chota Nagpur Plateau is rich in which minerals? So that is coal, iron, ore, mica and other minerals. So this Malwa Plateau has fine of black soil. So where we can grow a fine of cotton and oil seeds. In this Chota Nagpur Plateau, you can grow a rich deposit of coal, It is a rich deposit of coal, iron, ore, mica and other minerals. See, here is a Malwa Plateau and here is a Chotanagpur Plateau. This blue colored one is a Malwa Plateau and here it is a Chotanagpur Plateau. Next we shall be seeing what is this Deccan Plateau. See, here comes your Deccan Plateau. Yeah, so this is a Deccan Plateau. The region South River, Narmada and Satpura range comprises the Deccan Plateau. See, thus Narmada and Satpura's river thus will comprise the Deccan Plateau. Yeah, it is the largest plateau in India. So which is the largest plateau in India? That is nothing but Deccan Plateau. The plateau is bounded by Western Ghats in west and Eastern Ghats in east. Can you see this Western Ghats and Eastern Ghats? So this Deccan Plateau is bounded by Western Ghats in west direction, Eastern Ghats in east direction. Western Ghats' longer range of hills includes Nilgiris, Annamalai Hills and Cardamom Hills. Once again I'll repeat. Western Ghats' longer range of hills includes Nilgiris, Annamalai Hills and Cardamom Hills. Yeah, see you can see here where are the hills. Before saying that, we'll see Western Ghats has a longer range of hills and includes Nilgiris, Annamalai Hills and Cardamom Hills. Can you guess or can you identify where is this three hills? Yeah, here. See, can you see this? Cardamom Hills, Annamalai Hills and Nilgiri Hills. Yeah, so these are the longer range in this Western Ghats. Next, we shall be seeing rivers. Can you identify which fall is this? Yes, it is a Jog Falls on river Sharavati. There are numbers of waterfalls in this region. One of the highest waterfall in India is Jog Fall. So which is the highest waterfall in India is Jog Falls, and this Jog Falls is located on the river Sharavati in Karnataka. The river of south are fed by a rain. Yes, river in south is fed by a rain. They are not perennial rivers. Yeah, perennial rivers means the rivers which will be having water throughout the years. So those are perennial rivers. But this south rivers are fed by rain. So they are not perennial rivers. Means they depend upon the rain. Most rivers such as Godavari, Mahanandi, Krishna, Kaveri rises in west. Yeah. So which are the rivers that rises in west? Godavari, Mahanandi, Krishna and Kaveri and flow into the Bay of Bengal in east. So these four rivers which is rises in west and flow into Bay of Bengal in east direction. This is because Deccan Plateau slopes from west to east. So what is the reason that these four rivers which will rises in west and they will flow to the Bay of Bengal in east? Due to the reason the Deccan Plateau slopes from the west and east. Dams have built on the rivers to store the water. So what is the use of building dam on the rivers? To store the water. They also help in irrigation and provide electricity. Next, we shall be seeing what is the importance of Plateau region. The climate in the Plateau region varies from one place to another place. Obviously, climate in the Plateau region will varies from one place to the another place. The soil here is mostly black and red. So the soil in this Plateau region is mostly of black and red. The black soil is good for cultivation of cotton and oil seeds. Yes, black soil will be very fertile for cultivating cotton and oil seeds. Groundnut, rice are some crops grown in central region. So which are the some crops are grown in central region is groundnut, rice are some of the crops. Here most of the people in this plateau are farmers. The Great Indian Desert. So first is the Great Indian Desert, that is nothing but your Thar Desert. A desert is an area that receives either very little rainfall or no rainfall at all. So desert is an area which may receive very little rainfall or there will not be any rainfall. Desert have a very little vegetation and either very high or low temperature. In desert, the temperature may be high or it may be low. Next, the Great Indian Desert, also known as Thar Desert, stretches from Gujarat plains in the south to the borders of Punjab and Haryana in the north direction. See, here comes your Thar Desert, that is nothing but a Great Indian Desert. Next, we shall be seeing the life in the desert, how the people's life will be in the desert. This is your Thar Desert. The Great Indian Desert is dry and sand as it gets very little rainfall. So the Great Indian Desert is dry and sandy as it gets very little rainfall. So the area in the desert will be of dry and sandy as it receives a small amount of rainfall. River Luni flows through the region, but it has very little water and all through the years. So this river Luni will flow through this desert region, but it will have only a small quantity of water throughout the year. During the day, it gets very hot, but night are quite cold. Why? Because the sun gets very hot in day. Due to the sun rays, the sun will be very hot in the day. During the night, the sun sets, so obviously the sun will be of cool down. So during the night, the sun will be of very cool. Next, the hot and dry winds are common here. So hot and dry winds are common here. Due to the scarcity of water, there is hardly any plant life. Scarcity is nothing but abundance of water, the less quantity of availability of the water. So due to that, there is a hardly of any plant life. So there is some hardly of any plant life. Plant such as cactus, creeper, and babula, which requires a little water, grown in this desert. So these are the plants, so which have only the less, means which absorb a less quantity of water, will be grown in this desert area. Water in the desert is oftenly salty and not good for most plants, and plants are usually thorny. So in the water which is available in the desert will be oftenly of salty, which will not be good for most of the plants. Okay. What type of plants are grown in this desert area? That is nothing but a thorny, like cactus, creepers. So these are the plants that grown in this desert area. Next, we shall be seeing oasis in the Thar Desert. This oasis is a place in a desert where underground water comes to the surface. So only the underground water comes to the surface. Date palms are grown here. Most villages in a desert are clustered around this oasis. Means only the date palms will be grown in this most of the villages. A desert has a very little vegetation to hold the soil in the place. Yeah, when a wind blows, it carries sand with it, so causing a dust storm. So in this desert area, only a small little vegetation to hold the soil. Means soil will not be firmly. So it will hold only the less part of soil in this place. When a wind blows, it carries the sand with it, causing a dust storm. Means when the wind blows, it will carry away the sand to cause a dust storm. To solve the water problems faced by the people of the desert, the government has built the Indira Gandhi Canal. This canal gets water supply from Satluj and its tributaries. So, the problem faced by the people in this desert area, the government has taken a precaution. So, they have built the Indira Gandhi Canal. This canal will get water supply from Satluj and its tributaries. Say, this is the beautiful scene of the desert here. Here you can see a camel, which is called a ship of desert. The canal has eased the problems of water shortage faced by household. So building of this canal, at least some small portion of, or the small problems of the people having salt. So water shortage faced by the household and farms, and more land being brought under the cultivation. So building of this canals, the problems of the people has been solved. Yeah. So they can cultivate the crops. So which types of crops can be cultivated, like wheat, barley, maize, jowar are grown here. Next, see, we shall be seeing what is the importance of desert. The life is difficult in the desert. Yeah, obviously the life of the people who are living in the desert will be of difficult. But the desert region is known for its beauty. The people of Rajasthan are fun, loving, and love to wear colorful and bright clothes. Yes, the people in Rajasthan, they're fun loving and they love to wear a colorful and bright clothes. The festival like Diwali, Teej, Dussehra are lively. One should not miss riding a camel while visiting in this place. The region has a number of forts and places built by Rajput kings who ruled in this area years ago. This region also has a number of wildlife sanctuaries like Bharatapura, tiger, deer, and variety of birds are found here. So this region has number of wildlife sanctuaries.